mean, our careers are like on top.
When I came into this band, I was like, Jesus motherfucking Christ.
And you could go back in time and join one legacy band.
Fuck you.
P here or B here?
I'm here with Blood Red Throne from Norway, with Daniel and the Meathook.
Fuck you.
Starts off well. So guys, you just finished off a great performance here at Basinfirefest, I have to say. But I have some confessions later on in our conversation that I might not be proud of, but don't kill me.
I didn't see the show.
I saw the show, it was great. Anyway, I wanted to start asking you guys, so when you started the band back in, let's say, in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Late 90s, then Norway was all about black metal. So you kind of were swimming a little bit against the stream. And how was it? Was it hard to get gigs? Was it, you know, the same crowd that came to see you as went to the black metal bands, or how was this?
So first of all, I have to say that I started listening to death metal before black metal. I love both genres. But of course, everybody was expecting me to start a black metal band because I played in Satyricon, me and Short. But we always had a big plan of starting our own band, and it was always death metal on the menu. So we started Blood Red Throne while playing in Satyricon, and we did one demo, got signed with Hammerheart Records, and we went on tour like months after. So we got a bunch of shows, tours, we sold quite a lot of albums. And your question is if we had any problems doing shows or getting signed or whatever. The answer is like no. I mean, our careers are like on top.
When I came into this band, I was like, Jesus motherfucking Christ. This is what I'm talking about. And I had my visions, and all the goddamn visions manifested. When I moved to Kristiansand, you know, it was like, I hooked up with Daniel a couple of years later, you know, you want the job? Yes, sir, I want the job. So I started shaking my tits, and so now I'm gonna spit on myself.
I love this. So, but actually to this point, because I just noticed that you have a Dimebag Darrell tattoos, a few of them, and your guitar looks a little bit like Dime's guitar.
Yes, sir.
And then if I think about the music style of Blood Red Throne, it's kind of like it's much more groovy. Was there any major influence that kind of moved the music in that direction to make it as groovy as it is? Because often I miss sometimes from death metal, I miss the grooviness, but I feel that is with you guys.
You point on, man. I mean, the groove is so essential for this band, and I'm a fan of many genres, you know, but there has to be a groove in the music. I mean, I love fast playing, you know, technical playing, whatever, but it was always meant to be to have the groove stuff in Blood Red Throne, and it's just the way I write my stuff, you know. I mean, it can be some fast parts, whatever, but it always boils down to that you need a groovy part, whatever. So even from the first album, there's some fucking chugging riffs, you know, and some headbanging riffs. And just look at the audience when you play it live. I mean, you play fast, yeah, they're like this, and then you go back to the headbanging riffs, and everybody's fucking nodding their heads. So it's all about the groove, but also the brutality, and yeah, whatever. It's just the death metal we want to play, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I would say the same thing that Daniel said. So, when it comes to writing, from my perspective, I got 3 rules: steak and bacon, dynamics, and Daniel rip-off. So I rip off a lot of his riffs, you know.
I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, you do that. Spending all your money on me and spending time on me. Hell yeah. On me.
Okay, here comes the confession, guys. I saw you at Brutal Assault last year, and before that I didn't know about your band, and I was really pissed off. I think you actually mentioned to us as one of the surprise bands at the festival, blah blah. But I really got hooked on it, and I've been listening since then. And that's the question. So you've been around for like 25 years, right?
Almost 30.
Almost 30 years.
30.
Is it still like that you go and play festivals like this, and you meet people that are discovering you for the first time?
again, your point on, man, because like I told, I've been doing this band like for, actually I could start this band in 1992 when I started making the riffs, but I never found a drummer, so when we found Freddie, it was 1998. Anyways, still till this day, we have toured the whole fucking world so many times. We have released 12 albums. We play, and always we meet somebody out there like, oh, I just discovered you guys, never heard about you guys, and you're fucking awesome. And that's a good thing that they finally hear about us. But then again, I'm thinking, okay, you love death metal, you should know about Blood Red Throne, in my opinion. But if you don't, there's always a first thing for everything. So as long as you like our stuff, it's okay if you discovered the band in '98 or 2025, whatever, 6. So yeah, it's always room for for new fans. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've toured Asia, South America, Canada, States, Europe many times.
Iceland,
orale. So, yeah. So, but it's fantastic, and what I really appreciate after every motherfucking show, ladies and gentlemen, is we want more. We want more. So that is, thank you all motherfuckers. Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
If you would have a time machine and you could go back in time and join one legacy band, what band would that be?
That question is so fucking easy for me. I mean, I have seen all the big bands, not only in death metal, but in every metal genre. But for me, I never got to see Death, my favorite band. And that's just a coincidence because I'm old enough. I'm almost 50 years old, so I could be there, but I never saw them. But I've seen all the other bands, and also saw Pantera live, the real Pantera twice. But for me, Time Machine, Death.
Okay.
What do you think about me, Daniel? What do you think about me? You can say it again.
I was there.
Fuck yeah. Dimebag Darrell, rest in peace. Vinnie Paul, rest in peace. Fucking A right.
Fuck yeah.
I kind of knew what was coming there. Okay, so the final thing, guys. 3 albums to a deserted island. You're stranded on a deserted island. There are no chicks. There is very limited food. You have a solar-powered CD player, and you can pick 3 CDs to take with you.
And no beers?
No beers. You can, but you can brew. You can brew, but that will take time.
A cocoa drink.
3 CDs to take with you.
For me, of course, Death again, and the album Human, which I think is the best death metal album ever made. Of course, I have to mention Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, and this is quite a surprise, but my favorite guitar player, except Chuck Schuldiner, is Joe Satriani.
Okay.
So maybe Flying in a Blue Dream.
That's a great album, though.
Flying in a Blue Dream.
Hell yeah. The Great Southern Trendkill. The first Slipknot album, and Prowler in the Yard by Big Destroyer.
That's great, guys. Thanks a lot for this. It's been a pleasure talking to you, a pleasure seeing you. And guys, those of you who don't know Blood Red Throne, you definitely need to check them out. And I'm pretty sure it's the first band that I saw at the festival now, but I'm pretty sure that this band is going to be in one of the top performances of the festival.